Coming up on AgweekTV, how will the coronavirus impact soybean export demand? The court rules with the ethanol industry on small refinery exemptions, but that's not the end of the story. Farmers in the region are still combining corn in March, and we'll learn about how North Dakota farmers are working to establish sustainable agriculture in Haiti. Welcome to AgweekTV. I'm Michelle Rook. We're on the road this week in Rochester, Minnesota for the 38th annual Agri-News Farm Show. This winter show is set in the rich farm country of southern Minnesota and northern Iowa, which also boasts a robust livestock and dairy industry. It features more than 110 vendors showcasing various lines of farm and short line equipment, new technology, and ag services. We start with the follow-up on last week's story on the 10th Circuit Court decision on small refinery exemptions. The Environmental Protection Agency is again sending mixed signals with their response. The agency originally indicated they would follow the court, which ruled EPA was illegally granting waivers to small refineries in 2016. Now, reportedly, they've decided to join the petroleum industry to appeal the decision. Biofuels advocate Monty Shaw says that puts the SREs back in limbo.
If they appeal it, not only are they not doing the right thing, but it's the second time in a row where they've kind of said, here's what we're going to do. And then, there's like a bait and switch and they go down another path.
He says it also discredits the president and his September 12th promise to the biofuels industry.
So it's not just about doing the wrong thing, but it's like, how do we build trust?
However, he says the disconnect just illustrates the power of the rich oil lobby. The spread of the coronavirus continues to rock the markets with concerns of a slowdown in the global economy and a hit to demand. I talked about how this might impact soybean exports, especially to China, with the head of AGWEEK. U.S. soybean exports look to be on pace to be above a year ago, but how much? Joining us to visit about that is AGWEEK CEO Jim Sutter. All right, Jim, how much are exports maybe going to be up for this marketing year?
I think we'll be right in line with the USDA export number. But we've actually seen exports be pretty good to non-China destinations, and China has been there to take soybeans. Now we're really seeing them kind of slow down now, getting into the South American shipping window. But I think the fact that they gave the opportunity for importers to apply for tariff waivers is an important first step in this phase one program.
And those are going to kick in March, right?
Those will kick in, but I don't necessarily think we'll start to see a lot of purchases until we get closer to our new crop.
Will they be able to meet their phase one obligations because of coronavirus maybe being that black swan? Or?
We continue to ask that question of our team in China. I've asked it of U.S. government people. Do they hearing anything that will change? And so far, no talk of changes. I guess we'll have to get closer to see what the impact really is.
So we don't know what the shopping list was for this phase one deal, but at the Ag Outlook meeting, U.S. exports of soybeans were up by Chief Economist Johansson by 225 million bushels.
Right.
So was that China business?
I think so. Yes, it included some China business.
So going forward, will they go, I guess, purchase by purchase in order to increase the demand and get it worked into the balance sheets as we go forward, Jim?
Right. I think that's what will happen.
So what other markets have you guys been able to build in lieu of China being out of the market?
We've had some exciting success stories. So Egypt, a place well known for pyramids, not necessarily well known for soybean demand, was our number 3 market last year, and I think it will be that again this year, and it continues to grow. It'll likely be over 3 million tons this year. And Pakistan and Bangladesh are both markets where we have seen nice increases in demand. Closer to home, Mexico continues to grow. They're over 5 million tons of beans and continue to take some meal in addition to that. The EU is an important customer. We kind of went down a little bit this year after going up quite a lot last year. But we've had a good kind of round the globe demand picture.
Thanks for your time as always.
Thank you, Michelle.
You bet. Jim Sutter joining us, CEO of AGWEEK. China has made very few purchases since the phase one deal implementation February 15th, except for sorghum. Last week, China bought 110,000 metric tons in a flash sale and accounted for almost 514,000 metric tons of purchases in the last 2 weeks' export sales reports, which is exciting for sorghum producers.
I think that's a very positive market signal here, and certainly we'll see over the next few weeks and next month or so, hopefully get some more of those market signals for putting some more acres in, but excited to see China back in the market.
Luss says it's been a long time since China purchased U.S. sorghum, and it's fitting they're one of the first commodities on the shopping list after China filed WTO anti-dumping charges against the industry in 2018. Sorghum prices have been on the rise with the recent purchases and the tight global supply of sorghum. Luss says they hope it will incentivize U.S. farmers to plant more acres. This has been an especially bad year for grain bin accidents, many resulting in death. A big problem is that corn was harvested with higher moisture content last fall, so the grain went into storage too wet. There's also more foreign material mixed in the grain this year, which can cause more clogging or even fires. When the grain freezes, that can form a crust on the top and chunks blocking the flow, and that can be very dangerous.
Too many times they get into the bin to really get the leverage to bust up that grain. And then once it releases, a lot of times they'll go down faster than the grain, and then it all caves in on top of them.
Hellaving says farmers should never go into a bin without turning off and locking the system. They should wear a harness and must always have a partner working with them. Coming up on AgweekTV.
John Draxton never could have imagined the changes that would come in his life, all because of a missions trip to Haiti 18 years ago.
With the success of the Case IH Tiger Quad Track and Magnum Road Track tractors, it's no secret why Case IH is the leader of the track. So it wasn't surprising when the competition started imitating us. But only Case IH offers a 5-axle design to give you a smoother ride, more power to the ground, with less berming and compaction. Still, we're flattered. In fact, if we weren't already red, we'd be blushing.
When the water's high and your yields are low, 'cause your fields have no place for water to flow, just one call takes care of it all. Call on Field Drainage Incorporated. Call on Field Drainage Incorporated. Call on Field Drainage. The experts in
Luckin Trucks and Parts sells quality used parts for all makes and models. With over 50 acres of trucks and parts and new inventory arriving daily. Family owned and operated since 1966, Luckin's specializes in the sale of quality used medium to heavy duty truck parts as well as pre-owned trucks, trailers, and construction equipment. If it's on a truck, we got it. Call us today and let us get you your part.
At Superior Grain Equipment, we're committed to quality and service, offering you the best in grain storage and dryers for any size operation. Our experts will work with you to determine the most efficient and economical storage solution for your needs. We help protect your bottom line and your future with the industry's best bins and warranties. Make the superior choice for protection today and tomorrow with Superior Grain Equipment.
Ready for more? The new Fendt 900 Vario is impressive on every level. With groundbreaking features, you'll be ready for everyday challenges now and in the future. New smart connectivity solutions make the Fendt 900 series from Butler Machinery an intelligent choice for your farm. We're also proud to carry the Fendt Ideal, a new combine for a new era of farming. Designed to be automated in operation, the Ideal combine is already setting industry standards for efficiency and output. Visit butlermachinery.com to schedule a demo at your operation.
18 years ago, a North Dakota farmer set off a chain of events that are having a big impact on Haiti and on his life as well. Johnny Schleck joins us now with more in this week's cover story on this international effort.
Michelle, Haiti has a long history of poverty coupled with natural disasters. North Dakota farmer John Draxton moved there to support an effort to improve Haitian agriculture.
I really feel like this ministry is really helping them. They're really thriving, and we're really changing communities.
In 2002, John Draxton was on a mission trip in Haiti when he had a chance encounter with someone who would change his life and the lives of many Haitians. Draxton gave some money to his translator in Haiti. Josu Cesar put that money toward his education in agriculture and finances. In 2010, Cesar contacted Draxton with an idea to start the International Farmers Organization for Sustainable Development in Haiti, known as IFASD.
I didn't know much about them really. You know, we just been, and I'd only been to Haiti once. And so me and my wife prayed about it and we talked about it and we said, yeah, well, let's start it.
It turned out Cesar had an ambitious and detailed plan. Initially, Draxton helped raise money in North Dakota to support IFASD, but eventually he moved to Haiti to do even more to support it. He opened a butcher shop called Farmer John's that has grown into a successful business that supports IFASD.
It's really spurred into a big business, and I didn't really realize that. That wasn't the plan, but my plan is to make a business to support IFASD, and I can see it coming together now.
Stephanie Andresos left Haiti to get an education, and now she's back, working in the butcher shop and working to improve lives in her country.
Because I believe if we have the right assets and then if we have the right people, the right human resources, we can do big stuff in Haiti.
Draxton wants to start a youth program like FFA, Future Farmers of Haiti.
We're going to go into schools and do the whole VOAG project. We want the kids to be able to grow a vegetable or an animal at home. Then the kid has the pride of raising their own funds to support themselves.
Draxton says helping them be self-sufficient is the most important part of his work.
Ag is a way to change this country from the bottom up.
You can read much more on this program in the next AgWeek magazine or at agweek.com.
Thanks so much, Jenny. Appreciate that. Well, a company that bills itself as the world's largest innovation platform is hoping to make the Red River Valley a kind of Silicon Valley for ag tech. Plug and Play is based in California and is establishing an ag tech center in Fargo. Plug and Play invests in tech startup companies and has 50 of these accelerators around the world. Founder and CEO Saeed Amidi says he chose Fargo because of North Dakota's legacy as a national leader in ag tech innovation. He says they'll work closely with NDSU researchers and students.
And I am hoping in Fargo we can build the best and the biggest agricultural innovation platform in the world.
Having these tech startups here and this accelerator presence is going to really bring a lot of spin-off benefits to all of agribusiness and all of agriculture in this region.
Plug and Play says it invests in about 250 startups each year. It also plans to work closely with the Grand Farm Initiative, the autonomous farm project south of Fargo. Coming up on AgWeek TV, AgWeek and AgWeek TV expands into southern Minnesota and northern Iowa.
We'll hear from a longtime agriculture columnist who's joining the AgWeek family.
And later, corn harvest is better late than never for one North Dakota farmer.
Make sure your farm equipment is season ready with an uptime inspection from your Titan Machinery service professionals. Titan Machinery's team of Case IH certified technicians has the knowledge and experience to find, correct, and prevent mechanical issues that could shut you down during the season. Your planting and harvest windows are short. For genuine Case IH parts and service, schedule an off-season uptime inspection at Titan Machinery today. Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer.
Steffes Group, selling land and the equipment to farm it since 1960. If you're interested in selling or have questions about our auction process, head to our website at steffesgroup.com to contact us at any one of our 4 locations located throughout the Midwest. You can also visit and subscribe to our YouTube channel to view all of our auction previews and recaps to stay up to date on the market in your area.
The best land rollers in the industry are built right here in North Dakota. And now, they carry a 10-year factory warranty. With sizes from 15 to 91 feet, Summers has the right fit for any operation. Go to summersmfg.com or visit your local dealer to learn more about the full line of Summers field-tested tough equipment.
When planting season comes around, time is precious and you don't have a moment to waste. This spring, keep your planters rolling with a user-friendly seed tender from North Star Ag. We have seed tenders for every size operation from Meridian, Unverferth, and J&M. North Star Ag also sells a variety of Valmar spreaders, the leader in air boom delivery. Uptime is crucial. Keep your crew in the field longer with a fuel trailer from Thunder Creek. Visit NorthstarAg.com to see our complete new and used inventory or give us a call.
Looking for a crop insurance agent for the 2020 crop year? Call the team at Martinson Ag Risk Management. We do more than just marketing. We have 60-plus years of combined crop insurance experience to provide the service and solutions you need for your farming operation. Call Martinson Ag Risk Management at 701-205-4200. Let's get started on your 2020 policy today.
A large percentage of corn was left in the fields around the region after last fall's wet harvest conditions and early snows. In this week's Crop Stop, Mikkel Pates visits a Horace, North Dakota farmer who is back in the field and happy with his spring harvest.
This was Larry Richards' 40th crop, and he says it was one of his toughest seasons.
We had the flood to begin with in the spring, and then just rain constantly during the summer, and the crop had a hard time maturing because it was so wet, and we had really poor sunlight quality all summer, so the crop did not mature.
When he tried to combine last fall, Richard found that his corn averaged 23 to 28% moisture. When he tried drying it, the quality coming out of the dryer was terrible with test weights of 48 pounds per bushel. That caused a steep discount at the elevator, and some wouldn't even take it. So Richard decided to leave about 860 acres in the field. But he's having success now using his John Deere 9650 STS combine with rear wheel assist.
From experience, I knew that if I would leave it out over winter, that the quality of the corn would improve vastly.
And it has. His test weights are up to nearly 53 pounds per bushel, and moisture is down to 16.5%. He anticipates very little discount when he does bring it into the elevator. Ken Hellemang is a grain drying and storage specialist at NDSU. He says there's little scientific research comparing fall and spring corn harvesting results, but farmers seem to be dealing with increasingly volatile weather.
Wet falls, late falls, early falls, all are, I think, going to become more and more what we need to be prepared to work with.
Near Horace, North Dakota, this is Mikkel Pates for AgWeek.
The weather's been unusually mild, which has been conducive for snowmelt and some of that March corn harvest. But how long will it last? Here's our agri-weather outlook.
Weather portion of Ag Week now. A change is going on. That's not unusual for March weather, but in the northern plains, a definite cooling trend. It seemed like spring had come early across the northern plains. A lot of snow had melted away. Well, we're putting that on hold for a while. Meanwhile, the southern part of the United States continues to be warm, full-on spring in the deep south, which sets up a storm track that will be critical in where the precipitation ends up falling over the next couple of weeks. Now, I am indicating a split flow in the jet stream, very typical. An interesting pattern starting to take shape as the northern branch of the jet is about to become a little bit stronger. And you can see the warm weather, a lot of 70s, even some 80s down in the deep south. Cold, and by dark blue, that means high temperatures like below freezing, returning to the northern plains and sticking around. We may get a few days into North Dakota, Minnesota, where it goes up above freezing, but most of the next couple of weeks, I expect, will be generally cold. And with the warm weather billowing up in the south, we're setting up a potential storm track. Looks like it'll be somewhere in the northern Corn Belt, upper Midwest over the next couple of weeks. Will be fairly interesting. Toward the weekend, there will be a push of milder air in from the Pacific. Looks like that will be temporary, as toward the end of March, I am expecting a bit of a westward push, a retrograde of that cold weather that will send cold weather back into the northern plains for the end of the month of March. Precipitation. This week, a lot of showers through the Corn Belt, southern states. There will likely be at least one, maybe two bands of snow, mostly from Nebraska up into southern Minnesota and Wisconsin. Into the second week, now we're in the tail end of March. This is, of course, a little more iffy. Weather patterns this time of year do tend to be changeable, but at the moment it does look like somewhere through the northern plains, chance of a swath of perhaps significant snow, with that same area in the east and south remaining quite wet.
DTE is your headquarters for flatbeds and service bodies for your truck. Whether you need to haul bales, heavy commercial equipment, or take every tool with you, DTE has the truck equipment you need. We have over 200 units on hand, or will custom build a flatbed or service body on your truck.
Like this Dewey's bale bed with dual lift cylinder arms. Lift, load, and handle your bales with ease.
When you need help at the farm, your business, or in the oil patch, count on DTE. DTE, let us build a truck for you.
This is Dennis Belisky reminding you we do auctions and we do them well. You've built your operation with hard work, and when it's time to sell, all or part, you deserve the best. Details from repairs and preparation to promotion and settlements are not routine. Chances are you'll only do this once, so we'll tailor an auction just for you and get it done right. On site at your farm or added to one of our highly successful Alaris Center auctions, we have the skill, reputation, and integrity to meet your needs with best-in-class commitment and quality service. Find us at resourceauction.com or call 701-757-4015.
Dig, lay, and bury drain tile all in one pass with the Crary Tile Pro Plow. The Crary Tile Pro Plow lays tile up to 7 feet deep with boot sizes of 4 to 12 inches. Advantages of installing drain tile to your field provides increased overall yield, improved soil moisture levels, and controls soil erosion. It pays to tile with a Crary Tile Pro. To locate a dealer near you, visit www.crarytilepro.com.
Dynaflow is the ultimate high-volume water management pump. Whether you're experiencing flooding, emptying sloughs, transferring ponds, or working on irrigation, the Dynaflow pump works in as little as 18 inches of water and is designed to move 3,000 gallons per minute. The Dynaflow lift pump is the perfect upgrade to your drain tile system. Using line shaft turbine pump technology, these pumps are made to last while operating efficiently. Dynaflow drain tile pumps can move up to 1,500 gallons per minute up to 3,400 feet away.
Mayo Manufacturing, your Red River Valley source for Batco. Mayo Manufacturing, your Red River Valley Batco dealer.
Welcome back. This week we're in Rochester, Minnesota for the 38th annual Agri-News Farm Show. AgweekTV is expanding our coverage area into southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. Starting on Sunday, April 5th at 9 a.m., our show will run weekly on ABC 6 News. We'll also be contributing some of the top stories in agriculture and agribusiness focused specifically on the region during the ABC 6 newscast. We've also expanded our print presence in the area through the merger of Agri-News and AgWeek. Here to talk more about that is Katie Pinky.
Thanks, Michelle. I'm here with Michael Wilmus. He is a longtime Agri-News columnist, and this week you are an AgWeek columnist. Welcome.
Well, thank you, Katie.
Through the years, you've been an editor at Agri-News and now a columnist. You've written over 1,500 columns for Agri-News and now will be weekly in AgWeek. What's a favorite column you remember?
Well, one of my favorite columns was a retired farmer who knocked on my home door and he said, "I've got something to tell you." And then he said, "I know where Amelia Earhart is buried." He said, "No one will believe me, but I know you will." So
tell us maybe a favorite story that you did through your years of reporting.
Well, emotionally, I think the 80s farm crisis was really a difficult time for not only reporters, but of course, worst of all, farmers. To sit with them at the table and listen to their situations and to realize that in most cases they weren't going to make it, it was really depressing. Yet you had the sense that you could help them in some way by writing about their situation. And I tried to the best of my ability to do that.
What are some new things you think that Agri-News subscribers will see in AgWeek magazine and on AgweekTV?
Well, the roster of reporters is number one on my list, and you have the marketing expertise in the paper. You have an opinion page and other things like that that our readers will really enjoy. And the fact that now you're covering the whole state, not only the whole state, but parts of Iowa as well.
Another exciting thing is that AgweekTV will now be in your viewership area. You'll get a chance to watch AgweekTV on ABC 6 News, so that'll be another aspect of AgWeek that you'll hopefully be following as well.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I really am, because I think it's very important in this day and age that
Ag's message gets out because there are so few farmers left as a percentage of the population.
We're glad to have you on our team, and thanks for joining us, Michael.
Well, thank you for having me.
Still ahead on Ag Week TV, we'll tell you who's the cream of the crop at the World Cheese Championship.
Where do you go for the latest news in agriculture? AgWeek magazine. Reaching over 70,000 farmers and ranchers in North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Montana. AgWeek provides the most up-to-date information on the markets, the trends, and the people who make it all happen. We're your source for news, not fluff. Dependable, trusted. AgWeek. Subscribe today by calling 1-800-811-2580.
AgWeek brings you timely agriculture news from field to fork in digital, print, and television. Fresh every week, join Jenny Schlecht from the AgWeek editorial team and me, Al Windmill, from the sales and marketing team for a deeper dive into farm and ranch stories, along with guest interviews with personalities from the world of agriculture. If you're involved in farming, ranching, or agribusiness, the AgWeek podcast is the show for you.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. Even though we are one of the most food-rich countries in the world, 15 million children don't know where their next meal is coming from. This is unacceptable, and something the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks is working to solve. Instead of accepting that our country lets billions of pounds of surplus food go to waste every year, Feeding America has made it their mission to help families in need by rescuing this food. Through food pantries and meal programs, the nationwide network of food banks provides more than 3 billion meals, serving virtually every community in the United States, including yours. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank by visiting feedingamerica.org. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Some of the best cottage cheese in the world is made in the rugged countryside of southwest Wisconsin. In fact, the Westby Cooperative Creamery in Westby won a gold medal for its 4% small herd cottage cheese at the World Championship Cheese Contest March 7th and 8th in Madison. The creamery last won a gold medal for the same cottage cheese in 2010. What makes it the best in the world is the care they take with every batch.
It's the hard labor that goes into making it. Everything's handcrafted. We're not very automated, so there's a lot of changes that can be made every batch.
Westby Creamery makes many niche products and is the only cottage cheese manufacturer in the state of Wisconsin. Thanks for watching this week's edition of Ag Week TV. Remember, for all your ag news, go to agweek.com and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well. We'll see you next week.